Imagine a conversation that could quietly reshape your health for the next decade. A conversation every man over 60 urgently needs, but one that almost never happens in a routine doctor's visit. Not because it isn't important, but because modern healthcare often treats symptoms instead of teaching prevention. At Healthify Prime, we believe something different. We believe aging should not mean surrendering your strength, your sleep, or your dignity. And today, we're going to talk about something many men silently struggle with: your prostate. If you are over 60 or you love someone who is, stay with me, because what I'm about to share is not based on internet trends. It's not a supplement advertisement, and it's not guesswork. It's based on clinical research, decades of urological evidence, and real-world outcomes from thousands of men. By the age of 60, nearly 60% of men develop some level of prostate enlargement. By 70, that number rises to around 70%. This condition is known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. It isn't cancer, but it can slowly erode your quality of life. You know the signs: a weak urine stream, difficulty starting, that frustrating sensation that your bladder never fully empties, and perhaps the most exhausting of all, waking up 3, 4, even 5 times every single night. And here's the part that concerns me most. Most men accept this as normal aging, but it isn't inevitable. Yes, it's common, but it is not destiny. There are daily habits, simple, natural, science-supported habits that can reduce inflammation, support healthy prostate tissue, and dramatically improve urinary symptoms, and they cost nothing. Today, I'll share 3 of the most powerful ones. At least one of them will challenge what you thought you knew.
Habit number 1, strategic hydration. Most men think hydration is simple. Just drink more water. But after 60, it's not just about how much you drink, it's about when and how. As we age, our thirst sensation weakens. You may not feel thirsty, even when your body needs fluid. So what happens? Many older men unintentionally stay mildly dehydrated during the day. Then in the evening, they drink large amounts all at once. This pattern silently worsens prostate symptoms. Here's why. When you're dehydrated, your urine becomes concentrated, darker, more acidic, more irritating to the bladder lining. That irritation increases urinary urgency. It aggravates inflammation, and chronic inflammation is one of the key drivers of prostate enlargement. Several clinical observations show that men who consume less than 1.5 liters of fluid daily report significantly worse urinary symptoms compared to men who hydrate consistently throughout the day. But here's the secret very few men are told: timing changes everything. At Healthify Prime, we recommend something we call front-loaded hydration. Begin your day with a full glass of water immediately after waking. Continue sipping consistently through late morning. Drink another glass mid-afternoon. Gradually reduce fluid intake after 6 p.m. Aim to consume at least 70% of your daily fluids before evening. Why? Because drinking heavily at night forces your bladder into overtime while you're trying to sleep. And poor sleep raises cortisol, your stress hormone. Elevated cortisol increases systemic inflammation. Inflammation fuels prostate growth. So this is bigger than water. It's a chain reaction. Better hydration timing, better sleep, lower inflammation, healthier prostate. Many men who adopt this single shift reduce nighttime bathroom trips dramatically within weeks. No pills, no procedures, just smarter timing.
Habit number 2, walking after meals. Now let's talk about something incredibly simple: walking, but not random walking. Intentional post-meal walking. Just 10 to 15 minutes after lunch and dinner. This might sound too basic to matter, but the science behind it is powerful. After you eat, your blood sugar rises. If you sit immediately, that glucose spike stays elevated longer. Chronically elevated blood sugar contributes to inflammation, insulin resistance, hormonal imbalance, blood vessel damage, all of which negatively impact prostate tissue.
Men with poor glucose control have significantly higher rates of severe urinary symptoms and faster prostate enlargement. But when you walk after meals, even gently, your muscles use glucose more efficiently, blood sugar stabilizes faster, inflammatory markers decrease, pelvic circulation improves. Improved circulation means better oxygen delivery to the prostate, and oxygenated tissue functions better and inflames less. You don't need intensity, you don't need exhaustion, you don't need a gym. Just 10 to 15 minutes at a comfortable pace, consistently. It also improves digestion, reduces abdominal fat accumulation, and abdominal fat increases estrogen conversion in men, which contributes to prostate growth. So walking after meals protects you metabolically and hormonally. At Healthify Prime, we teach one core principle. When you protect your metabolism, you protect your prostate. Your body works as a system, and small daily movement creates powerful long-term protection.
Now that we've discussed hydration and post-meal walking, let's move to the third habit. And this one may challenge what many men believe. It involves something rarely discussed openly, especially after 60: sexual health. For years, the message has been simple: more ejaculation equals better prostate health. This idea gained popularity after long-term observational research suggested that men who ejaculated more frequently had a lower incidence of prostate cancer. But as medical science evolves, we now understand something more nuanced. Frequency alone is not the full picture. Quality and context matter. Sexual activity affects far more than just the prostate. It influences hormones. It influences stress levels. It influences emotional well-being. And all of those factors influence prostate tissue. When a man engages in healthy, partnered intimacy, several physiological changes occur. Oxytocin increases. Oxytocin lowers stress. Cortisol decreases. Reduced cortisol lowers inflammation. Pelvic circulation improves. Pelvic floor muscles relax more naturally. These combined effects support a healthier prostate environment. But here is the important distinction. Not all sexual activity produces identical hormonal and neurological responses. Solo stimulation may result in ejaculation, but it does not consistently produce the same oxytocin surge, emotional bonding signals, or stress-reducing hormonal shifts seen in partnered intimacy. Additionally, in some older men, frequent tension-based pelvic contraction without adequate relaxation may actually increase pelvic floor tightness, and chronic pelvic tension can worsen urinary symptoms. Now, this does not mean occasional masturbation is harmful. It does not mean abstinence is required. It simply means the more is always better narrative is overly simplistic. Modern urological perspectives increasingly emphasize balance. Healthy sexual activity that reduces stress, supports emotional connection, and encourages pelvic relaxation is beneficial. But mechanical frequency alone should not be the focus. If you have a partner, maintaining emotional and physical intimacy can positively influence your hormonal profile, your stress levels, and your circulation. If you do not, there are still ways to support pelvic health. Pelvic floor relaxation exercises, mindful breathing, reducing chronic stress, improving cardiovascular fitness. Because once again, prostate health does not exist in isolation. It reflects the state of the entire system. Now let's expand the picture even further. These three habits are powerful individually, but their real strength appears when combined with a broader health foundation. Nutrition matters. A diet rich in antioxidants supports prostate tissue resilience. Lycopene, found in cooked tomatoes. Cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli and cauliflower. Healthy fats from sources like olive oil and fatty fish. These nutrients reduce oxidative stress, another contributor to inflammation. Weight management matters. Excess abdominal fat alters hormone balance. It increases conversion of testosterone into estrogen, and hormonal imbalance can accelerate prostate growth. Blood pressure matters. Cholesterol matters. Blood sugar control matters. Metabolic syndrome has been repeatedly associated with worse urinary outcomes. So when you manage your overall health, you indirectly protect your prostate. At Healthify Prime, this is our core philosophy. Do not treat one organ, strengthen the whole body. There is one more critical piece we cannot ignore: regular screening. Men over 60 should schedule routine checkups with a qualified healthcare provider. This typically includes PSA blood testing and, when appropriate, a digital rectal examination. These are simple procedures, brief, and potentially life-saving. Early detection of prostate abnormalities allows intervention at a stage when treatment is far more effective. Too many men delay evaluation out of discomfort or embarrassment, but ignoring symptoms does not make them disappear. Proactive care preserves independence, it preserves confidence, and in some cases, it preserves life.
If you are thinking, I'm already 65, 70, maybe it's too late, I want you to hear this clearly. It is not too late. I have seen men in their late 70s adopt simple hydration adjustments and reduce nighttime urination significantly. I have seen men begin walking after meals and improve both metabolic markers and urinary flow. I have seen men restore energy, sleep, and confidence by addressing stress and lifestyle patterns. Change does not require perfection. It requires consistency. Start with one habit. Tomorrow morning, drink your first glass of water intentionally. After dinner tonight, take a short walk. Schedule that overdue checkup. Small actions compound. Your prostate health is not just about avoiding inconvenience. It is about preserving dignity. It is about sleeping through the night. It is about traveling without anxiety. It is about living without constant interruption, and that is worth protecting. At Healthify Prime, our mission is simple: help adults over 60 stay strong, stable, and in control of their bodies. Because aging should bring wisdom, not unnecessary suffering. If this message resonated with you, share it with a brother, a friend, a father. Break the silence around men's health, because no man should suffer quietly when simple solutions exist. And remember, your future health is shaped by what you choose today. Start today.